All right, let's dive right in. Today, we are talking about one of the biggest headaches for marketers everywhere. How do we stop people from just skipping our ads and actually turn them into paying customers? Let's get into it.
So let's start with the question that probably keeps a lot of you up at night. I mean, you're pouring money into production, you're boosting posts, you're doing everything by the book, but the sales numbers just aren't budging. So what's going on? Why are your video ads just failing?
Well, get ready for this because this number it's brutal. The 2024 eCab Industry Review found that your typical video ad in the lifestyle space has an 88% bounce rate. Think about that. Nearly 9 out of every 10 people you pay to reach are gone. Poof, almost instantly. That's a massive black hole for your budget.
And the reason for this, it's all about speed. Today's consumer, especially right here in Bangladesh, is what you'd call ad blind. They have this built-in radar for a sales pitch, and they can spot it in under 2 seconds. 2 seconds. That's all the time you have before their thumb is already moving to that skip button. This is the world we're marketing in.
And this leads us straight into what I like to call the passive content trap. It's this crazy cycle, right? We spend more and more money on slick production, hoping it'll grab attention, but all we're really doing is making more expensive wallpaper for people to ignore. We're spending more, but we're actually engaging less.
Now here's where things start to shift. Look at the kind of data you're getting. With a passive ad, you get maybe one metric. Did they watch it? Okay, great. But that tells you absolutely nothing about what they want. An interactive ad, though, that's a completely different story. That is a first-party data goldmine. Because when someone clicks on, say, summer collection instead of winter sale, they are literally telling you exactly what they're looking to buy.
And getting that data right now is more important than ever. I mean, just look at this. In the Dhaka fashion scene, the cost to get one new customer shot up by 45% in just a single year. When it's that expensive to get someone's attention, you simply can't afford to be guessing. You need to be precise.
So how do we fix this? How do we break the cycle? Well, we have to stop talking at our customers. That's the monologue, and start talking with them. We need to create a dialogue. This is the science of choice, and honestly, it's a total game changer.
The psychology behind this is just fascinating. It's a principle called the endowment effect. And what it means is that the moment a person makes a choice inside your video, even a really simple one, their brain chemistry actually changes. They start to feel a sense of ownership over what happens next. They're not just watching anymore, now they're invested.
So what you've done is you've completely flipped the script. You snuck past their brain's natural ad blocker. Suddenly, you're not pitching them a product. You're inviting them to solve a little puzzle, to play a game, to choose their own adventure. And that is so much more powerful. Okay, so the theory sounds great, but how do you actually do this? I've put together a simple 4-step framework I call the action plan, and it's built specifically for the realities of the market here in Dhaka.
Let's break it down nice and simple. First, A is for audit. To find a really simple choice like this or that. Your goal is to get a choice rate above 20%. Next, C is for craft. Build out a few different paths for the user, but keep each little video clip under 10 seconds. Then T is for trigger. Put shoppable hotspots right in the video. Now the Dhaka reality check here is huge. Make sure these buttons load fast, even on slow connections. And finally, iterate. Look at the data, see which paths are working and which aren't. Cut the losers and double down on the winners to boost your return on ad spend. It's a constant loop of learning and improving.
Now, a quick word of warning. Please, whatever you do, avoid over-engineering this. You do not need a giant Hollywood-level production. A simple, well-thought-out, choose-your-eyed look ad for a local brand could be incredibly effective if you just get the basic choices right. So you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds good, but does it really work? Let's look at the proof, both from some massive global brands and from some heroes right here at home.
First up, let's talk about the furniture giant IKEA. They ran this brilliant campaign called Choose Your Room. You could literally just tap buttons inside the video to swap out different design styles on the fly. And the results were just incredible. They saw a 31% increase in purchase intent compared to their regular boring videos. Why? Because they let the customer build their own perfect room. And in doing so, the customer basically built their own shopping list.
Okay, but that's IKEA. What about here in our market? Let's look at Bata Bangladesh. They started playing around with some really simple interactive ideas for their Eid campaigns.
And what they found was amazing. Just by letting people tap on a shoe in the video to see the price, they got a 3 times higher click-through rate than they did on their big, expensive TV-style ads.
This is all the proof you need that the Bangladeshi consumer is absolutely ready for this.
So we know it works, but to really make this happen, you need more than just some new software. It really requires a different way of thinking about video content altogether. It's about looking at the big picture.
Your whole team's mindset has to shift. You need to stop looking for video editors and start hiring experienced designers. You have to take some of that huge production budget and reallocate it to interaction design. And you have to get away from making one giant hero film and start creating lots of small, modular pieces of content that can be mixed and matched based on what the user chooses.
But let's be real for a minute. Is interactivity the magic bullet for every single campaign? The honest answer is no, it's not. And if you do it wrong, it can be a total disaster.
And this quote right here just nails it. The point isn't to be clever or gimmicky. If your interactive element doesn't make the customer's journey from seeing a product to buying it faster and easier, then you shouldn't be doing it. Period.
So let's wrap this all up. What are the key things you need to walk away with? 1. Choice rate is your new most important metric, not just views. 2. Use every single click to learn what your customers want. 3. You have to offer that first choice within the first 5 seconds. 4. If you show it, make it shoppable. And 5. The golden rule for our market. Mobile first is absolutely non-negotiable. And I'll leave you with this final question to chew on. As you start planning your next marketing budget, where are you going to put your money? Are you going to keep funding those big, expensive hero films that you know most people will just skip? Or are you going to invest in a smarter system of interactive, modular content that actually listens to your customers? The choice, as they say, is yours.